Well, welcome Brick fans to a LEGO Shield Helicarrier with power functions review here on The Brick Show. So, this is our Helicarrier. We have done a review on this already. This is going to just be a review basically of the power functions for this set. So, what you got to do is, you got to get one of these. Well, this is what I got. You don't actually need to get one of these, but I needed the motor and the lights from this. Now, you don't use the switch or this battery box with the Helicarrier, but we're going to show you this. We're going to actually put the power functions together for you and show you what is used, because that's what makes the fans go. So you can see there, that's it. But in the back of the book here, and I just want to show you this because when I'm doing it, you're not going to be able to see it, but there's only like 5 or 6 steps total. And so you can see there, when you have the Helicarrier built, you can add the 8800 is the battery box. So that's different than the one that from the little set I bought, 8883 and 8870. So you can buy this stuff separately on lego.com. LEGO store just has the, what is it, 8283 or 8293 is what I bought, and you just add that to here, which will give it lights and will make these move, which is very cool. So we're going to watch in action as we put the power functions in place. So now we have the Helicarrier here at an angle where I can kind of show you how this is done. So it's so simple, I wanted to actually do it for you on video. So it's that simple. Otherwise I would just kind of show it to you already done and just bam, how it works. But it's pretty simple. There's just 3 or 4 pages in the instruction manual at the back that you can see here, and that's where it shows you there's the Helicarrier, and then there's like with the power functions and such. So that you add, and then like I said, there's just 3 or 4 pages here to show how you add them in. Now I did have to buy, you know, that box, and this comes with, this is the motor. This is more like the Technic motor where you can kind of place it in Technic pieces, and there's like a bunch of different builds for that. So there's that too that's not needed, and then also this comes with it, not needed either. So I actually already had the battery box, which is here in a train that I had, and I did use this motor, which it comes in our set that we just bought, the power function set, and so I got, you know, used the motor and then also our lights. So we are using these 3 things, 2 of them from the set, 1 of them is my own, which you do need 6 AAA batteries for that. So we're going to take off in order here of how this needs to be taken off, and you can see some of it here. Our runway there. Okay, now we'll move our Quinjet fighters. So these are the 2 that are going to hold. That's the easy one. That's the one that you saw in the review, comes off easy. And now the other one here, right behind it, our printed runway, also comes off really easy. So that's it. That's all you got to take off in order to access power function. So now in here is where we're going to be working, mainly from here to here. And then the lights will go forward a little bit, but just so you can see, we've got our pin here, and that is where we're going to put our motor, and we're going to do that first. So we're going to put our motor, and there are 2 jumper studs here that it will go onto. So we're going to take our motor, fit it in there, and then like I said, you can take the jumper studs there, hold the motor in place, so you can, you know, you can see how even though I'm lifting up, it doesn't move. So now we've got our wire, but now we're going to put in our main piece here, which is the battery. The battery and the motor are pretty tied together here. So then we're going to hide some of the wiring the best we can, and we're going to put a 2x2 connection on the battery. So we're getting our power from there for our turbo fans here on each side. Now we are going to take, and so now we're on basically step 4. We are going to take, or step 5 for this. We want to keep our lights going this way, so this is going to go and put them in this Technic pin here, our L, and we're going to take our light and it just goes in place real easy there. And then the other one you can't really see because of how this is, but we can move it in there so then you can kind of see both pins there. And so now that we have our lighting and then our motor for our turbofans, you hit the green button there. Let's see if it works. And bam, now we've got our power functions into our helicarrier. Now you can't see the lights now, but I'm going to put everything back and then we'll take a look at it in operation, in completion. And of note too, just want to bring this out to you also. This is the piece, the runway piece. This is the second piece we had to take off. So this covers the battery pack, the motor. Now you do see a little bit of the battery pack here. Now the wiring does mess up, so as far as, you know, your control room area, there's, you know, the wirings for the light kind of mess that up as far as playability in the control room while the wiring's there. But what this allows you to do is just lift this off and on, the runway here piece that gets to there easy. So that you just do that and then hit. So then you can basically put the helicarrier back together, and then all you're going to have to do is take this off. And so now we've got it all back together, and you can see we've got our runway back on. Everything's back in place the way it was before we put the power functions in. And then you just lift that a little bit, lift this off, and then like I said, you just hit our power button. And now we've got a fully operational powered helicarrier. As you can see there, all 4 turbofan engines going at the same time. There's our back 2 turbofans. And here is our front 2 turbofans. And then just another view of our turbofan engines going. And I did have to switch the batteries out. The batteries I had were just in there from a while ago. So you can see they do wear a little bit. And so here you can see now the lights in action with the turbofan engines going as well. So you can kind of see where we're at here on the helicarrier, and then make our way back down. I'm going to shut the lights out, which looks as such when the lights are out, at least the best they can come out here while it is still light outside. So you can see very bright indeed on the helicarrier here with these lights. And so there is your helicarrier one last time before we sign off. And again, all you need is those 3, you know, basic power function pieces to add a lot more to this. And if you stick around long enough, you'll probably watch this thing fly into the air out of the water when they're going, because that's what it does. Thanks for watching this Power Functions Helicarrier review. See you guys next time on The Brick Show.